on twitch.tv. We're continuing our Operation Bulldog against the clans today. We're continuing to dive deeper into clan wolf space for salvage and plunder. So let's jump right into it. Brought to you live on twitch.tv at Commando Gaming 1. Want to thank everybody for joining our streams or watching our videos on YouTube post-stream. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to watch us play live, go to twitch.tv, look for Commando Gaming 1, and give us a follow. You're also entered into our Funko Pop giveaway if you give us a follow. So we have traveled to a new planet in Clan Wolf space from our last stream. And let's find ourselves a nice... Let's do this intelligence agent mission. Alright, we'll take our Atlas. Our Atlas feels heavy for this mission. Just feels heavy to me. Let's see. Why don't we take a Crusader instead of the Atlas, just to bring the tonnage down to a more manageable amount, since this is a 2-skull mission. Instead of the Crab, we have our rebuilt Adder E. So let's take the rebuilt Adder E. It's not letting me take the Adder for some reason. I'll have to look at that later. So what we can do is we do have this huntsman to play with. We put together a clan huntsman, so let's go ahead and take a clan huntsman. Let's make sure it's got a really top-notch pilot for it. So we'll take Scrub. We'll take the Huntsman, our Wraith, our Mackie, Crusader, Marauder, Dragonfire, and Grasshopper. It's probably overkill for this mission, but that's fine. Last thing you want to do when you're fighting the clan is underestimate them or come with too little firepower. So I think we'll be fine. This is a recovery mission, but you know, in our search for clan technology, it's going to be a lot more about salvage than anything else. So yeah, we'll complete the recovery part of the mission, but a lot of it is about that sweet clan salvage. One thing you really have to keep in mind is going... Oh, hello, Osorti. Thank you for joining our stream. I don't think you've joined us before. Really appreciate you joining. Please consider giving us a follow. Battletech is played on the PC. Have you played Battletech before, Osorti? Yeah, I think this is... I'm pretty sure PC is the only platform for Battletech. I think they were at some points thinking about exporting it to other things, but I don't think it ever got to other game platforms. Oh, you've been following since August 8th. Sorry about that. I just haven't seen you in the chat rooms before. So thank you for following us. Thank you everybody for following us. So we have a recovery mission. Retrieve the agents and escape. Oh, sorry, you've never played this game? I think if you're a PC fan and you like turn-based strategy, I don't think there's a better game than BattleTech. And Authority is great. BattleTech is great because not only is it a great turn-based strategy game, but since it's almost 3 years old, you can hardly ever... it's extremely cheap to buy this game at this point. It's probably $20 to buy everything for this game right now. I probably spent $100 with all the DLCs over time. So right now, this is a great game. Oh yes, I understand you were studying a lot due to COVID, but thank you for joining the stream. And let's show you what BattleTech is all about. Alright, one thing I like to do with my streams is explain a lot of what I do, assuming that people have not played. Commander? So you're probably in a good spot here. So these are battle mechs. These are gigantic robots. And these are gigantic battle mechs. See, these guys are like these guys are huge, huge robots. And what we're doing here is we're destroying these vehicles. We'll start out by stomping this robot, or this vehicle, with our robot here. Good amount of melee there. Really appreciate that. Oh, you're Brazilian. Oh, okay. Well, welcome. It's great to have more international viewers of our stream.
Yes, Commander.
All right, so let's. All right, so we have this brand new huntsman. Let's move our huntsman over here. We just put this huntsman together. It's 100% clan, as you can see. So it's got a lot of firepower for its size. I like the fact that we just shot our own mech. That's always a great thing.
I'm losing armor bad.
But thank you for joining us, Sorty. Really appreciate everybody who comes in and watches our streams. Oh, okay. You just prefer international streams more than Brazilian streams. That's great. I mean, it's a good way for you to work on your English if you're learning English as a second language. And you're welcome. Now, Osordi, we just finished celebrating what we would consider our Thanksgiving holiday. Obviously, I don't think that is something... Well, I know it's not something that is a traditional holiday in Brazil, but I'm sure that Brazil has their own version of Thanksgiving. Since it's a common thing among all cultures to take a day to be thankful for what you have. When is the equivalent of Thanksgiving in your country? Is there a holiday that celebrates your family? Fourth Thursday on November. Oh, okay. So you guys celebrate Thanksgiving at the same time we do. Okay. That's interesting. I didn't know Brazil had a Thanksgiving holiday. All right, we can't. We're just going to finish off this vehicle here before we move on to the rest of the enemies. Whenever you have one enemy isolated by itself, then it's obviously to your benefit to just
I copy.
finish them off here. Although we keep hitting our own wraith. Oh, you don't have Thanksgiving. Okay, but do you
Baked up real
have...
good.
In Brazil, do you have a similar holiday to Thanksgiving? That's really what I'm asking. Ooh, hard hit on our wraith there.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
Oh, but you really appreciate the U.S.
That could have
holidays.
been worse.
Okay, that's good to know. Wow, we're really going after our wraith here. That's a lot of firepower from probably a missile carrier up there on the other side of this mountain.
What do you want?
We should probably start pushing up that way to see if we can start taking out that missile launcher before we take too many hits. I want to welcome everybody for joining the stream. Oh, Brazil does not have a holiday similar to Thanksgiving. Okay. Well, there are many cultures that do have
No shooting.
a version of Thanksgiving. I know Canada has a Thanksgiving that's in October, for example. Yeah, Christmas is very similar to Thanksgiving in the fact that it is a family holiday. I guess us Americans really like days off. That's probably part of the reason that we have some Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Damage minimal. Yes, Commander.
Alright, let's use our wraith here to hopefully finish off this vehicle with a kick.
Oh!
Can we finish this guy off now? Come on, all weapons. There we go. Alright, that weapon's down.
Frolic.
That vehicle is down. Now that was important because that vehicle was giving vision to all these other mechs and vehicles. So now we're not going to get that missile fire
Orders.
from across the map. We shouldn't. Alright, this is our huntsman that we just put together. It's got a lot of speed, as you can see here.
No shooting, just running.
So, the Huntsman is a misunderstood mech. It has mixed popularity, but I actually like the Huntsman quite a bit.
Roger that.
It has a wide range of missiles. It has lots of speed. You know, the armor is a little light on it, so you have to stay very evasive when you're using a Huntsman. I had a very good Thanksgiving. Thank you. Here in the United States, due to COVID, we're not able to engage in a lot of the family gatherings that we do. Yes, I do use chroma key for my streams, and I have a green screen in the backdrop as a backdrop. Wow, 2 lucky hits there on that Kit Fox. We shouldn't have hit with both of those shots. Yeah, I mean, I think most streamers now, one of the benefits of technology is that most streamers can afford a green screen now. It's very inexpensive, or at least here in the United States, it's inexpensive to put together a green screen format for your streams. Nice hits on the Kit Fox there.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Alright, so we're going to keep pushing up. This is technically a recovery mission, but we want to clear out all the clan here because we want all the sweet clan tech salvage we can get. Alright, we don't have a good hit percent on our... Oh, actually, this is our sniper, so we have the ability to use precision strike here. So we'll go ahead and use precision strike on the leg. Authority, we try not to get political on this stream, so I'm not going to answer that question.
I hear you.
In the United States, we're still very divided about the last election, so I try to avoid political discussions in the chat room. So I'm sure you can understand. It's just something. Oh, no problem. I know there are some chat rooms that do a lot of political discussions, but in general, you have to keep in mind that
When I shoot you, you'll take
40% of our population supported one candidate and 60% roughly supported another candidate. Actually, it's probably 45 and 55. So it's a very deeply divisive discussion when you talk about politics in the United States. So I just try to avoid it. Do I play other games? I do play other games. However, right now I'm in the process of a move. So with my pending move, I don't have time to play other games in addition to this. So right now I'm just playing BattleTech 7 days a week, Sunday through Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time in the United States. But after my move, there are many, many games that I'm going to get into, and we're going to broaden our content on the channel. But each game that you play, especially, ouch, oh wow, that was a lot of hard hits on our Mackie. Each game that you play in a stream takes a tremendous amount of knowledge. I know some people play games without a lot of knowledge, but I try to make sure that I have a great familiarity with every game that I stream. Okay, so this weapons carrier here is the one that's giving us a lot of trouble. So let's do some fire here, and hopefully that will spray off onto the carrier with our artillery. Alright, so we're addressing that. I want to thank everybody who's joining our stream. I see people are filtering in. Probably going to have less people than we normally would expect to have, given the fact that it is the day after a holiday. A lot of people in the U.S. like to relax and enjoy the day after Thanksgiving. Most of us are in a food coma from eating too much good stuff. I know myself, even though I had a very limited celebration due to the restrictions for COVID, I still had a very nice meal on Thanksgiving, so that was very enjoyable. Alright. Let's see. Alright, let's do a jump here. Don't want to leave our Wraith all by itself against this Jenner. So let's go ahead and we're gonna have some heat challenges here. Turn off a couple weapons. I probably should have run instead of jumping here. Did some damage to our own mech there.
That could have been worse.
Ready, Commander.
Let's actually do the same thing here. Let's try to finish off this Jenner over here. How's everybody else doing in the chat room? Would love to have as much interaction from everybody in the chat room. Having a good conversation with our new friend Oasordi in Brazil. This is his first time. He has not played BattleTech before, so he's just checking out our stream because he's interested in watching streams from the United States, which is awesome.
Ready for orders.
Fully support that. Alright.
Going full throttle.
Alright. Alright, we got this weapons carrier here. Let's do a precision strike. Because this thing is very... let's see. I'm not sure which of these... Oh, the ATM. This is the guy who's giving us the trouble with the firepower. So we need to make this guy go away.
Got it.
This guy's got a lot of firepower. Alright, there we go. We took out some of his weapons at least.
I'm on the clock. What do you want? All right.
Push up with our dragon fire. Ooh, we've got a Nova. That's some good salvage right there. And then we have an adder right here. We have another Jenner. And another 30-pounder here. We're going to get some pretty good salvage on this mission. Let's make sure we take care of the rest of this carrier, because this carrier has a lot of firepower in it. So let's take care of that right away. There we go.
Who brings a tank to a mech fight? All right, Capellans.
But this Nova up here is really good salvage. This Nova Prime. We're going to make sure that we take as many pieces of that as we can. Ooh, an adder with PPCs. Ouch.
I can see blood.
Alright, that was a lot of firepower into our dragon
What
fire.
can I do for you?
We're going to have to deal with that before too
I
long.
read you,
Let's push
Commander.
up
Moving out.
with our grasshopper. See if we can take out this other weapons carrier. And the reason you sometimes want to choose target weapons carriers instead of mechs is sometimes anything that has carrier in the name is very light on armor and usually very heavy on firepower. Alright, we've got a Kit Fox moving up for melee. Now the clans have a disadvantage when it comes to melee, so it always surprises me when they go for melee. That's probably just means that the AI is not really adjusting for the fact that it shouldn't really use melee because that's not a strength of the clans. That is a negative trait for the clans, actually. Alright, we have to be careful about this Nova. It's a lot of firepower. It looks like it's all mediums. So that helps a little bit. But that Nova is very dangerous. I have to leave the stream now because I have a test now, but they're so nice to meet you and your streams in the afternoon. I will appear. Oh, okay. Thank you, Asorti. Really appreciate you joining the stream. Want to encourage everybody who's out there to say hello in the chat room. Ask us any questions that you have about BattleTech. If you have any updates on what you did for Thanksgiving. I mean, everything is wide open here. We want to have some great dialogue and conversation in the chat room. So, you know, any questions about BattleTech are fair game. If you want to talk about what you did on Thanksgiving, that's fair game. Any conversations, as long as they don't have to do with politics, are fair games. Hey, Skewed One.
Yes,
How are you doing?
Commander.
How was your Thanksgiving? Hopefully you had a good holiday, much like myself. I think, like me, you also had a situation where your holiday, for the most part, was spent with close family. Let's get rid of this weapons carrier
All
here.
weapons on go.
Nice.
Last I see.
Good hits there.
Vehicle down.
Oh, hey, Starcadian. So,
I'm here.
the update that just came out was not as encompassing as I thought it was. I thought there was going to be some significant changes that are actually going to be included into the next mod. So, the biggest thing that came out in the last update was they added a couple mechs, but as you can see, here, if you look at what I'm doing right here, you'll note that there's a number next to your evasiveness, and it tells you what transportation mode you're in. So if you're in a sprint, it will say sprint, and it will give you the number of evasion. So that's the big thing in the last update. They did not change the weapons, the gunnery, except we have noticed that there actually is a reduction in the ability to go for headshots. That's something we have noticed that is a big change. It feels like your precision strike against the head does not get any additional buffs, and it's actually really hard to get a headshot now unless you have a computer that gives you breaching shot. So that is what we've come up with from the last update. The Skewed One says, nice and chill. I moved my PlayStation 4 from the cave into the living room so the twins could play some Fuser last night. Oh, that's nice. So you had some family time with the PlayStation. It must have been interesting to watch your daughters play that game. They probably had a different take on the game. They probably liked different things in the game. So that's kind of cool and interesting. The Skewed One, I did put together a Huntsman, so we're taking it out for its test drive here. I actually liked the Huntsman a lot. It was actually a game, it's actually a mech that I used a fair amount in Mech Warrior Online, and I think it's a nice combination of weapons actually. So let's do some shots here on this Jenner.
Enemy down.
You've never gotten a 100-ton monster, and if so, is it as awesome as it sounds? So, Starcadian, I have gotten, super mechs or mega mechs or jumbo mechs, whatever you want to call it, more than 100 tons. And so, in BattleTech, every tonnage has its value. So every mech has its value. So tonnage. So if you get a mech that's 150 tons,
What's the flank?
out escort missions or attack the base missions, or there are just certain missions that as the tonnage goes up, the mech becomes less useful because you're constantly trying to get the mech to keep up with you. So, larger mechs are definitely fun, but you have to understand what their place is. Oh, this Kit Fox is going to be very unhappy with this strike to the rear. There goes this Kit Fox. There goes that Kit Fox. So, I mean, larger mechs are fun because they have a ton of firepower,
That was really
but
bad.
they get very frustrating because their speed is so limiting that they can't be used on a lot of game types. Now, a 150 tonner, for example, would be great on a defend the base mission, and you could just use its raw firepower because the enemy is coming to you. Or a straight up battle, you can probably use a 150 tonner pretty effectively. But in certain game types, the tonnage is inversely related to the speed, as you can imagine. So sometimes that limits what you can do with some heavy mechs in a mission. Even an Atlas, which is 100 tons, sometimes feels like it takes forever to get across the map to help you. Ooh, we've got a good hit percentage here on this Nova Cat, this Nova Prime. We want to make sure that we get all the sweet salvage we can get out of this thing, so let's hit it with everything we can say. Ooh, nice hits on that Nova. We cut through that like butter.
Past his armor.
Excuse one. Go ahead.
Look, what do you want?
Please enjoy your rest after a long holiday evening, I'm sure. And we'll probably see you later on today. I'll probably be doing some additional streams, or we'll see you tomorrow morning. So, I hope you enjoyed your holiday. How big the 150 tonner, as you can imagine, looks about a third larger than a 100 tonner, for example. So there is a sizable increase in size, obviously, because it's a third larger. It is cool. I mean, large mechs are definitely fun in certain gameplays and in certain maps. We can do melee here on this adder. Let's do that. This adder is going to pay for overheating here. There are not a lot of mechs that are over 100 tons, so it is extremely rare to find a mech that's over 100 tons. You're going to find it on certain planets, and you're going to find it in situations where you're on 5 skull missions at least. So, and there are certain places where you're more likely to find it. So, a 5 skull mission in Davion space, Karita space, Steiner space are probably the most likely places you're going to find a 150 ton mech. You're not going to really see it in clan space because the clan did not really have a big belief in heavier mechs. If you look at it, the vast majority of the clan types are under 100 tons.
Affirmative.
So you're just not going to see a lot of those. All right, there goes the Nova. How many parts did we get off that Nova?
Enemy eliminated.
Probably just one. Oh, we got 4 parts out of that Nova. That is really good salvage right there. So, Starcadian, the mechs that are over 100 tons are extremely rare, and you want to use them in certain missions where speed is not a priority. You also have to be very careful with those heavier mechs, because as you can imagine, it's very easy for them to get ambushed and backstabbed. So you have to be very careful about making sure you don't put a 150 ton mech out by itself. It's kind of strange to think that, but they actually can get taken out pretty easily with lighter mechs that can move around their rear. Starcadian also says, I also really struggle to get maximum salvage from a mech anytime it explodes before the pilot dies. So, Starcadian, you need to think about salvage. It's not about killing the mech. It's always about killing the pilot as quickly as possible. So, obviously, attacking the head, getting a lucky headshot is extremely useful. But that is becoming harder as they are modifying this mod to make it much harder to get headshots, which I think is very realistic. The base game allowed you to take headshots far too often. So there's a couple ways that you can destroy a pilot without doing doing as little damage to the mech as possible. So obviously headshots are number one. Another thing you could do is you can actually kill an enemy pilot with heat, and then if they die from heat without a lot of damage being done to the mech, then you will get max salvage as well. Another favorite tactic is to go for the legs. If you take out both of the legs, you will always get 3 mech parts, assuming that you haven't done damage to the rest of the mech. So if you get a headshot and there's been no damage to the rest of the mech, then you get 5 mech parts. So that's kind of the logic there. Is it's not about killing the mech, it's about killing the pilot. And when you think about it that way, it makes it a little easier to get salvage, if that makes sense.
Dealt a heavy hit there.
All right, good hit on that adder there.
Don't like me at all.
I just dropped my coffee and I'm funny.
But it's really about finding creative ways to. That's why sometimes melee can be a great way to get extra salvage, because you can just keep knocking the opponent down and causing damage, and that still reduces some of the damage that you take. So for example, if you go in and you kick an enemy mech, you can in a couple kicks take out both of their legs. So that's another tactic as well. So
My mech is coming apart around me.
killing an enemy pilot with heat is hard because of the fact that we're dealing with the fact that, let's go in for melee here, that most mechs have ammo. So your best chance of killing an enemy pilot with heat is if they're in a mech that has energy weapons only.
Connection on that one.
So if that happens, it's obviously much easier because you don't have ammo explosions. And you can just, for example, just keep hitting the enemy with heat, and eventually they will, the pilot will actually die. Alright, let's keep doing melee here on this adder, since we have it isolated. There we go, we'll finish off that adder. So it is hard. It is one of the harder ways to kill a pilot, is with heat. So sometimes it'll just be a lucky coincidence that you kill an pilot with heat. One of the ways you can also do that is using Inferno, either with artillery or with SRMs. That's also another good way to kill the pilot. Alright, let's go for melee on this hovercraft here.
On my way.
As long as these enemy targets keep coming in at close range, we're going to keep meleeing them. Because that's one significant disadvantage of the clans, is melee is just
Yes,
not something
Commander.
they're very good at. Alright. Alright, so we got some other enemies up there. Let's move up here with our
Double
Mackie.
time. Let's go.
Let's see, no good hit percent there. Let's actually do some indirect fire. We'll do Inferno, fast cam, and fast cam up here. So Starcadian, it's hard to kill a mech with heat. You have to, number one, if it has ammo, the chances are very low you can do it. So any mech that has AC weapons or missile weapons is very hard to take out with heat. But if you have a mech that's mostly lasers or energy weapons, then it actually is fairly easy to do.
Reading you.
Alright, we're going to keep our Wraith out of the fight here. It already has some structural damage. So let's protect our Wraith here. And we'll see if we can just get a tag in on this target. Do you have any other questions, Starcadian? I'm 100% here to answer any questions you have. One thing that came up yesterday,
Enemy. Flank.
Starcadian, have you heard of Process Lasso?
Oh, that.
It's a free download that you can put on your computer
What's up, boss?
that will actually significantly upgrade the experience, not only for this game but just about any game right now. It's called Process Lasso. Have you heard of it? So if you do a search for Process Lasso, it's a free
Got the angle.
download. There's a paid version and there's a free version. If you get the free version, you have to deal with pop-ups. After this battle, if you stick around, I'll go ahead and put in information on Process Lasso after this mission. I recommend everybody who plays games on their PC really look at adding this, because what Process Lasso does, if you know anything about computers, and I'm far from an expert, there are hundreds of things that happen in the background while you're playing your game. So Process Lasso actually lets you prioritize everything that happens in your computer. So you could pretty much tell the computer, I want BattleTech to be prioritized over everything else that happens on this computer. And when that happens, you're going to get a lot of better, superior performance on this game than you would without that program. And all the stuff that runs in the background get a much lower priority, because that really impacts your gameplay. All that stuff you have going on in the background while you play really adds up. Alright, we're getting we're getting a fair amount of damage here. I mean, it's not a surprise. We're fighting the clans, so you always end up getting beat up a little bit here.
On my way.
See if we can finish off this hovercraft with some melee. There we go. Oh, Starcadian, I am always happy to give everybody who watches me all kinds of tips. So, my goal is to get people interested in this mod, whether it is a new game for them or a game that they played for years. And I've found many people who used to like BattleTech that have gotten bored with it, then come back to the game once they learn about how great these mods can be. Alright, so we got an Irby here. This Irby's overheated, so we can go for the head. So let's go for the head. Maybe we'll get lucky. Alright, we did some structural damage at least.
I'm here.
So stick around, Starcadian. I'll send you the information. I'll put in the chat the information about
All right.
Process Lasso. It is a game changer, and it's not just for BattleTech, but anybody who plays games on their computer. You don't realize how much of your computer power is taken up with things that have nothing to do with the game that you're playing. Another thing is, I know a lot of people play sometimes with their Internet Explorer open, so they can do things while games are loading. Never do that. That's one thing that will really slow down your gaming experience, regardless of the game, is having internet open. Now, sometimes you have to. For example, if you're playing with your friends and you need Discord available, then you're always going to want to use the internet, obviously. But
Target confirmed.
if you're just playing by yourself, always turn the internet off. Also, another thing that really slows down your gaming system when you're playing games is your antivirus software. So if you're not surfing the internet while you're playing video games, I recommend that you turn off your virus software, because it's constantly checking your system for virus exposures. Now, you have to remember to turn it back on after you're done playing. So I will say that. Make sure you don't forget to turn your virus protection back on. But virus protection is another thing that really slows down your gameplay.
Ready, Commander.
Alright, let's keep pushing up here. Let's wrap up this battle. We've got the clan on the ropes here. Alright, he is an issue here. Let's just do one large laser. We'll go for the head.
Sending a message.
Alright, good head hit there. One laser and one head hit. Very nice. That was lucky.
Ready for orders. Roger.
Alright. Another headshot? Why not? This is probably going to finish this Irby off one way or the other. Yep. There goes the engine.
Target neutralized.
I want to keep reminding everybody to get involved in the chat room. If you have any questions, any thoughts, any suggestions, if you just want to tell us what you did for Thanksgiving, everything is fair game today. Except for politics. We do like to avoid politics on our channel. So, other than that, we'd love to hear about how your Thanksgiving was. If you have any questions about Battletech, all fair game, including lore. So if you have any questions about Battletech lore, one of the cool things about Battletech,
Who brings a tank to a mech fight? All right, Cabela.
one of the good things about Battletech is that it has a very deep story behind it.
Sprinting.
So whether you like to play the board games or you like to read the books, and there's probably hundreds of Battletech books right in circulation. All those things give you a nice backstory about the game that you're playing, which makes things a lot more fun. So I always recommend that people read some Battletech books or play the tabletop game to get a better feel for some of the things behind the scenes.
Reading.
Sarkadian, you're asking about case, I believe. So case is very important if you're going to put ammunition in your center torso. So
Moving at full
anytime you
throttle.
put it in your center torso or your side torsos, if you have ammo and you put case in there, it basically will reduce the damage you take from an ammo explosion, but it's only if you have the ammo in the center torso. So
Order acknowledged.
a lot of mechs, especially clan mechs or Star League mechs, come with case, but if you take the ammo out of the center torso, then you don't really need the case anymore. So that's why it becomes a little irrelevant. But case is definitely a good thing to have if you're going to have a mech that has a lot of ammo in the center torso. I can actually show you, I'll show you in the mech bay after this mission if you're interested. We'll bring up a mech and then we'll talk about the pluses and minuses of case. I'll be happy to do that after this mission. So if that's something that would interest you, I'll be happy to go over that after this next mission. Oh, we do have another enemy. We got a vehicle. Alright, so let's pop up to the top of this cliff here. See what we're up against. Alright, it's a pursuit tank. Let's just go ahead and see if we can't finish this guy off quickly. There we go. Vehicle destroyed.
Reporting. Enemy vehicle eliminated. My heat sinks can't take much more of this.
I'm on the clock.
Correct. You can put case. So you can put case in every mech part. So you can do that. So sorry about the bot there. The bot will go away pretty quickly. Looks like we have 2 bots. I guess that means we're popular if we get multiple bots in the stream. So I'll get rid of those in a minute if they don't go away. So case will protect any place that you put ammo. So you can put it in arms, you can put it in the legs, but it does take tonnage. So you have to balance the
Yes,
protection versus versus the tonnage issues, and you have to decide what's more important to you. Now, for example, if you put ammo in a arm, then you can always put case in the arm along with the ammo. But if there's no ammo in an area,
Commander.
then putting case in that area is kind of a waste of your tonnage. So that's the best way to think about it. If that makes sense. So putting case where you don't have ammo that will explode is a waste of tonnage. But
Throttle up.
putting it in a place where you do have explosive ammo does make a lot of sense. So sometimes
Waiting for orders.
you can design a mech to just have all of its ammo in one location, and then you just put case in that location. Theoretically, all of your ammo will be protected by that one area item of case. So it's really a acquired taste,
Let's get down to it.
and it has a lot to do with the type of mech weapons that you're putting in your mechs. So we can take a quick look at that after
Waiting for
this.
orders. Sprinting.
Yes,
We
Commander.
should just have to brace now, and then we'll complete the
Secondary
mission.
acid is in hand and ready for retrieval.
Alright, we're just gonna reserve.
Whatever. I'm good.
Reserve. We shouldn't have to do anything else. Oh wait, so there is an enemy still on this map. Oh, there it is. Alright, so we have another vehicle here. That's why we're not ending the mission. So we gotta push up and take out this last enemy vehicle,
Throttle up.
and then we should be able to complete the mission.
I'm here.
I want to thank everybody for joining our stream. We stream Battletech Advanced
All right, let's move.
7 days a week, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. That's our current schedule.
Standing by.
We also do some Mech Warrior 5. And once, I'm in the process of moving right now, but once that move is complete,
Roger.
we are going to be doing a lot more games. It's simply a situation where
Receiving you.
in preparing for a move, my time is a little limited right now for games, additional games. I find that you really need to have a significant amount of knowledge in every game that you stream to be of value to
What do you want?
your viewers. You can certainly...
All right, let's get down to it.
Wow. So I think Tex here must have a concussion because he's not able to run. So that tells me that Tex might have a serious injury. We're going to have to see when we get out of this mission. But whenever you see a mech that can't run, it's usually an indication that that pilot has taken some sort of a
Everything I've got.
head injury. In my experience. Alright, let's finish off this hovercraft so we can finish off this mission.
Reading you.
we should definitely be able to finish this guy off pretty quickly. There's some shape charges and a precision strike.
Ten four.
Huh. Not as much damage as I was hoping to get there.
I'm here.
Alright, let's try to finish off this hovercraft as quickly as we can. There's not going to be a lot of salvage. One of the biggest challenges in the game is trying to get salvage from vehicles, because the vehicles tend to... You never, hardly ever get a crew fatality on a vehicle. Almost always it ends up in an explosion, which destroys pretty much everything in the vehicle. So sometimes these last vehicles are very dangerous, and I shouldn't have gone for melee there, because the Huntsman has very bad melee ability like every other clan mech, but we still followed it up with enough firepower to finish off that mech.
Reporting. Vehicle destroyed.
Alright.
Mission successful.
Successful mission. Thanks everybody for joining us there. Looks like we had some people drop off the stream. I'm wondering if it's just temporary. Alright, so let's look. Starcadian, are you still in the chat room? If you can let me know, that would be very helpful, because I'll go ahead and go over some of the case if you're still on the stream. If you're not, then I don't want to take any screen time on it. So let me know if you're still watching the stream and if you'd like to see me go over the case. Be happy to go over that with you in the mech bay. Pretty good payout here. Alright, so let's look at... Yes, so the Dragonfire... So Tex was injured for 12 days because the Dragonfire took a headshot right there. And actually, we almost lost the Dragonfire. It only had 4 points of structural stability left, so that's not good. Got a little damage on the Mackie, a little damage on the Wraith, but we should get some really good salvage out of this mission. There were 4 parts of a Nova. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nova is a really good mech. So I'm happy to get 4 parts of a Nova. We also got some significant clan parts, which is always nice, including a Clan XL engine, and some Clan Guardian ECM. Nice. We actually got some really good component salvage out of that mission. Alright, Starcadian, let's go into the mech bay. We got to do some repairs. While I'm at it, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about case. Okay, so I have a Stalker which has a lot of missiles in it, which is probably a good way for us to highlight the benefits of case. Alright, so we're going to need some repairs. That's fine. Alright, let's go to the mech bay. Alright, Dragonfire just got shot in the head, so it needs a day to repair. Not too bad. Mackie took some hard hits here, so what happened here? Ooh, we almost lost our Thumper artillery. Luckily, we can repair it, and that's only going to cost us 2 days. Not too bad. That was close. I have some extra Thumpers, but that would have been pretty expensive. Alright, our Marauder. What happened to our Marauder here? We lost the heat sink. Right. Luckily, we have plenty of heat sinks. Now, let's talk about heat sinks. So I could put in... Now, I can't put in a clan heatsink because I don't have a clan double heatsink kit. But if I did, then I could choose between using inner sphere and clan heatsinks. The big difference is the clan heatsinks only need 2 slots instead of 3. But other than that, they pretty much function the same. So it really becomes... So for example, if you... we almost lost our XL engine here on the Wraith. So again, we got very lucky. Now we lost the Guardian ECM, but we have a Clan ECM, which is less tonnage. So we're definitely going to put that in. That gives us another half of ton that we have available here. So what can we do here? So I can actually take out this tag that we have on, because that's also a way. So if I put in a light tag from the clans, that actually opens up a full ton that we can use for other things on this mech. So one of the things we can do is we can switch actually to a active probe here, and now we have 2 extra tons. So one of the things we could do here is we can actually take out 2 regular lasers and use that extra tonnage. Now, I'm not a big fan of pulse lasers, but this is a classic case where it would be good because we don't have any more weapon space here. So in this case, we can increase the firepower of this Wraith and its accuracy with simply by the fact that we're saving some tonnage with some of that clan equipment. So we're going to do that. It's going to take 3 days. So that'll increase the firepower of our Wraith here, especially for close-in fighting, which is what we use it for the most part. All right, so we had a problem with our adder here, and I'm going to get to case in a second, Starcadian. What is the issue here? 1 or more components on this mech are installed in an invalid location. What? So what could that be? Let's hit confirm. Heat sinks types cannot be mixed. Okay, so... Oh, okay. That's the problem. All right, so I have a regular heat sink, and what I need is a clan double heat sink. Double heat sink clan. That should fix the problem. Oh, okay, I gotta do the same thing. So we're gonna do that and that. All right, and now this adder is ready for business. That's an important thing about heat sinks. You can't mix and match. Now, one thing you can do, for example, in MechWarrior 5, you can actually mix and match your energy heat sinks, which is kind of an issue. Interestingly enough, I don't know if you saw it, but anybody who's a fan of MechWarrior Online or MechWarrior 5, there are some people who like MechWarrior 5, I should say, actually had a situation where Piranha Games, who owns and controls MechWarrior 5 and MechWarrior Online, was purchased by another company just a couple days ago. So it'll be interesting to see how that impacts the future of BattleTech. Will Piranha Games continue to be a provider of BattleTech games now that they were purchased. All right, so let's look at this stalker here. So this stalker, and this is directly related to case. Okay, so let's bring up our case. All right, so there's two versions of case. There's case 1 and there's case 2. Case 1 is a full ton and it provides more protection. Original case is half a ton. So let's look at this stalker here. As you can see, it's got ammo in its legs and it's got ammo in its arms. Now, what we could do to protect this mech significantly is to put case. Let's see. I can't do it because I need some slots. So, right, let's take off some ammo just for discussion purposes. I'll put it back on. Because I don't put case on this mech because this is a fire support mech and I don't put it close to the front lines. So if I put case here, if I put case, here. So if I put case here and there's ammo in this portion of the mech, then it will reduce the damage that you take from an ammo explosion. But it only protects the area where the case is. So, for example, I could put the case here. If I put the case here, it's going to protect this part of the torso. If I put the case here, it's going to protect that part of the torso. If I put the case in the engine compartment, it will protect that part of the torso. But that only does you good if there's ammo in this area. So it's directly tied to where you have ammo, if that makes sense to you. So case is very valuable. I know there's a catchphrase while you're loading the game that says case is life. That's actually very accurate. iCypher has a question. Does Microsoft own the BattleTech IP currently? I was under the impression that Harebrained Schemes had to license the rights to BattleTech to make the game. Okay, so let's talk about that iCypher. So the rights to BattleTech IP for games is owned 100% by Microsoft. So that is why a lot of the earlier games for BattleTech were Microsoft games. When MechWarrior Online was started by Piranha Games, they got the license from Microsoft to create MechWarrior Online. Then Harebrained Schemes went to Piranha Games and said, can we sub-license your license to create BattleTech the game? And they paid a fee to Piranha Games to use their rights to the IP. So that kind of is the chain of events. So if anybody else wants to do a BattleTech game, they have to go to Microsoft and purchase the rights for that game. Or Microsoft could put together a BattleTech game. So in truth, our best chance for another BattleTech game might be Microsoft. So we'll see what happens there. But yes, Microsoft owns the BattleTech IP. Piranha Games subcontracts that from Microsoft. And Microsoft and Piranha Games subcontracted their license to Harebrained Schemes to make this game. So it's actually really hard to get the rights to make a BattleTech game for all those reasons. And it might be a situation where Piranha Games, now that it was just recently acquired, might actually broaden their ability to put up BattleTech games because they have the experience with BattleTech. They know that it is a profitable franchise for them. MechWarrior Online has made Piranha Games a fortune. And MechWarrior 5 didn't make as much money because it was not as well received. MechWarrior 5, to be honest, was a disappointment to most of the BattleTech community. So, they are coming out with a DLC soon, and hopefully that will fix some of the problems with the base game. We'll see how that goes. All right, let's pick up another mission. So we have Assassinate, Clash of the Titans, Ambush, which we're not going to do. We have a Defend the Base, and we have an Escort. I'm going to give everybody 20 seconds in the chat room. If you want to give me your preference for a mission, let me know out of those few. So let's actually get a few mechs repaired. I want to make sure our Dragonfire, our Mackie, our Marauder, the Wraith, and the Adder are all going to be available. So we're actually going to advance a couple days. While I'm doing that, let me know if you have a preference on the next mission. If you have a preference on the next mission, let me know. I'm going in there now. So if you have a preference between Assassinate, Clash of the Titans, Base Defense, or Escort, let me know. I agree, iCypher. A lot of people do not like Epic Games, and that's one of the reasons MechWarrior 5 was not successful on its initial release, because a lot of people said they are not going to play the game if they have to deal with Epic, because Epic is a real pain in the butt to deal with sometimes. So I agree with you. If MechWarrior 5 had come out on Steam, I think it would have been much more successful on the release day. All right, no one is giving me any feedback, so I'm about to do this Assassinate mission. You have 5 more seconds, and then I'm going to take this assassination mission. I like to incorporate some decisions into the chat room as much as we can. So if you want to do anything other than assassinate, let me know in the next 10 seconds. Or we'll just jump into this assassinate mission, which is fine with me. I like assassinate missions. They're usually challenging. There's some unique stuff that goes on in these assassinate missions. Oh, iCypher. So iCypher, the fact that the Steam release is coming out for MechWarrior 5 actually is a good thing, because I know they've done a lot of reworking to BattleTech. So when that DLC comes out, I think there's going to be a lot of improvements in the game overall. There's also a mod called MechWarrior 5 Reloaded, which is pretty much a must for BattleTech. For MechWarrior 5, you almost have to play with Reloaded to make it viable. So I would keep that in mind. All right, so let's do this assassination mission. All right, we've got Texas injured, so we're going to have to sub in. Who else can we bring in? Let's see. Let's take Harmony. We'll take Harmony in the Dragonfire. All right, so we're actually going to take. Let's take the Wraith out for a round, and we'll put in the Adder. Now the Adder, I'm gonna have to keep very evasive. As you can see, its tonnage is very low, so it's definitely gonna have to be running around doing some backstabbing. Instead of the Mackie, let's take my Stalker. I think I have unused tonnage in the Stalker. All right, so we're going to take the Stalker, Adder, Huntsman. the Crusader. You know what? For an assassinate mission, I'm going to take a Grasshopper instead of the Crusader. Alright, so Grasshopper, Marauder, Dragonfire, Grasshopper, Stalker, Adder, and Huntsman. Let's go. Okay. Alright, so the Stalker and the Mackie are fire support mechs. So what I'm going to try to do is show you how you can use fire support, especially against the clans. So what we want to do is we want to get our lighter mechs close into the enemy so we can get tags on them. And then we're going to use our fire support mechs to do a lot of the damage. And we'll use Grasshoppers as kind of tankers and melee bots as needed. I want to thank everybody for joining the stream here on a Friday. It is the day after Thanksgiving here in the US. So generally speaking, on the day after Thanksgiving, Twitch is a little light on people watching streams, as everybody tends to sleep in the day after Thanksgiving. And they're busy doing family stuff. So that's great. It gives us an opportunity to chat with some of our core audience. So I want to thank everybody for coming today. If you have any questions, thoughts, ideas, discussion points regarding Battletech or anything in general other than politics, please jump in. I want to remind everybody that there's also a giveaway here on the channel. So if you follow our channel, you're entered into our Funko Pop giveaway each and every month. Now, the more interactive you are with our channel, the more likely you are to win the Funko Pop. What I do is I actually go in after the stream. I have an Excel spreadsheet where I put in everybody who follows the channel, and I keep track of your involvement in the channel. The more you're in the chat rooms, I give you more chances to win. The more you are involved with us, the more I give you a chance to win. So it actually is tracked how much you involve yourself in our streams, and the more you're engaged with our channel, the more chances you have to win. For example, sometimes people just send me whispers asking questions or needing additional information, and I will actually open up my Excel spreadsheet, and if somebody sends me a whisper, that's another chance to win. It's that simple. So the more involved you are, okay, if you ask me, boss, anyone who sends their VIPs out in a cicada is asking to be shot. All right, so this is an assassination target on a cicada, and we really don't care about salvage on a cicada, so we'll
After this mission, let's
see
make
what we can do here. Is
snowmen.
this the all right, so let's find the noble. The noble's there. Then we have a support lance there, support lance there, support lance there. So we got a lot of enemies to work through right now. Hi, Cypher. How are things in Australia these days? All right, so we actually have some enemy mechs, vehicles that are right here. So we're going to want to take care of those quickly, but we're not going to use clan mechs for that because they're really bad at melee. So we're actually going to take our adder up here, and we're going to have him focus on a target that he will be good at, which is this demolisher.
Gotcha.
So we got some rear shots on that demolisher with the ATM-9.
Bet that hurt.
Nice. Good hits there on that demolisher.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so our huntsman, we're actually going to do the same thing on the huntsman. So the huntsman is also not so great at melee.
Roger.
And we want to take advantage of the fact that we've already done damage to that demolisher. So Let's go ahead and hit that demolisher again in the rear, and that should finish off the demolisher here. Okay, there we go. There's an enemy down before I can fire a shot.
Reporting. Vehicle
That's the
destroyed.
best case scenario. Now, why a clan VIP is in a inner sphere cicada, I have no idea. It's just kind of funny. So that cicada will be easy to take out when the time comes. All right, we got the enemy turns. All right, there goes the cicada. It's running away from us. That's fine. Now, the trick is you don't want to shoot at the VIP until you're ready to kill it. If you shoot at it at long range, it's just going to run away. Was that the cicada who ran in? Oh my goodness, that cicada has a death wish. Cypher says it's coming into summer, so it's starting to get hot. I'm watching the stream because it's hard to sleep. Oh, Cypher, I'm sorry you're having a hard time sleeping. Here in America, obviously, it is the winter. So it's a very different scenario for us because it's actually getting much colder. Now, I'm in a very temperate state. I'm in California in the United States. So it's much warmer here. Wow, that was some lucky hits on our adder. So we have to deal with cooler temperatures here in the United States. I do like Australia quite a bit. I've been there twice, and it was one of my favorite places to travel. So I'm always happy to hear. All right, let's actually go for a kick on this weapons carrier. We need to take these weapons carriers out quickly because they're right next to us and they have a lot of firepower. So hopefully we can get rid of these very quickly here. Ooh, I was hoping for an ammo explosion there.
Heavy hit there.
Didn't happen. Alright, our adder is getting beat up here. I want to like the adder, but every time I take the adder out, I end up taking serious damage. Alright, let's do a kick on this carrier with our Marauder. See if we can finish it off. Alright, we missed with our melee, but we should be able to finish it off with our weapons here. There we go. There goes the vehicle. Alright.
That one's
Good
gone.
job, Marauder. Alright, we've got this heavy tank here we want to finish off. Oh, they're going to keep going after our adder.
Commander, I'm hit.
Alright,
I lost a weapon.
the adder is not going to be a viable weapon for us because it always gets... Every time I take the adder out, it gets destroyed. We might just be not using the adder.
What do you need, Commander?
Alright, alright, let's do a...
On the way, nice and slow.
Are flamers good in BTA? It seems like they had too little ammo in BattleTech. So, in Flamer, in BattleTech Advanced, your flamers do not have ammo, which is a critical difference between BattleTech Advanced. So, flamers having ammo is not really a thing for most flamers in BattleTech lore. In BattleTech lore, you get your ammo from your flamers by funneling heat and energy from your central energy core. So that's how BTA handles it. So I agree, in the original BattleTech, you ran out of ammo for your flamers way too fast. But in BTA, you can use flamers as much as you want. You're not going to run out of ammo for your flamers. So let me show you. So for example, this mech actually does not have flamers on it. I forgot. So the next time I see the other grasshopper, I'll show you what I mean. But in BattleTech Advanced, your flamers do not have, your base flamers do not have a limitation on how many times they can fire. Now, there are flamers called vehicle flamers that do have ammo because they're designed around a vehicle who doesn't have a central core. So that's the basis behind it. All right, so let me show you our fire support. So here's our stalker. Here is our stalker. All right, let's go after this Alcorn here. We can do precision strike. And I've got a boatload of missiles on this thing. So let's do follow the leader. Follow the leader basically means if your first missile hits, all of your missiles hit. So it's an all or nothing weapon. You only want to use it if your hit percentage is very high. So let's go for the shot on Elkhorn here.
All weapons are go.
This should do a lot of damage at this Elkhorn. There's a lot of firepower. Hey, I'm gonna die. Thank you for joining us today. I Cypher, I agree. The adder is cursed. The adder is cursed.
I'm under heavy.
Yeah, we're gonna be ejecting Mockingbird from the adder.
I'm hit.
I think the problem with the adder is it just does not have enough armor to survive against the clans. I think the adder would be much better. Oh, there goes the adder. Good morning, I'm IMG. How was Thanksgiving? I know you went to Thanksgiving with your family yesterday, so I'd love to hear about what Thanksgiving was like for you. I personally had a lot of fun. So this is a huntsman that we put together off screen yesterday. All right, so let's actually, so we're going to use that huntsman to get a tag on this cicada, which is our assassination target. So let's do that. I don't really care if the only thing we do is get a tag on this thing. Okay, we got our tag on it. How was your... so I'm gonna die had a good point about when they added ammo for the flamers in the base game. It was dumb. So I heard that Hairbane Screams handled the flamers that way because the guy who was in charge of designing the support weapons did not understand how flamers worked in BattleTech lore, and they didn't catch it until they were too far in production or development to change it. So that's why regular BattleTech has ammo for your flamers. It doesn't make any sense if you understand BattleTech lore. So, IMG, tell me about why Thanksgiving was exhausting. Was it just because there was a lot of people? Were there? I know you were dreading spending some time with some of your younger relatives, so maybe that was your frustration. Hopefully, you still had a good time, even if it was, because exhausting can mean it was good. So much fun that you were tired. Ooh, there's a Mad Dog. That's some really good salvage there. I love Mad Dogs. It's one of my favorite Clan 60-tonners for sure. Alright, so there's a 65-tonner out there as well. So there's some good salvage here. We're going to have to play this carefully because there's some significant firepower on this map. Alright, let's do this smart. So let's get the Grasshopper in here with some cover. Alright, we can shoot at the cicada. We can shoot at this cicada. So this cicada is not our assassination target. We've got the Mad Dog here. Let's do a Warlord here. And let's get, hopefully, a tag and some firepower in on this Mad Dog. Alright, so we got the tag. We also got some PPC shots in. That's good. That's good for us. Wow, there's a lot of firepower coming at us here. A lot of firepower.
Systems holding.
Okay.
Receiving you.
I kind of wish I'd brought my... I really wish we had brought our
Position
Mackie
confirmed.
with its fire support now, because we've got a lot of enemies to deal with here. Alright, we should probably try to get rid of this Alcorn here, because that Alcorn has a lot of firepower for its tonnage. So let's start working on the Alcorn. Alright. IMG says, my sister has 3 kids. 2 boys were always yelling and screeching, running around the house. Nobody established inside voices, so you can't have a conversation with anybody without yelling at yourself. Yeah, I mean, I would say... Ouch. Hard hit there on the Huntsman. We're going to have to pull the Huntsman back.
Okay, that hurt.
I would say one of the big
What do
challenges
you need, Commander?
for Thanksgiving this year would be that people are going to be more sensitive to
Time to
noise
pour on the
because
speed.
we're not around other people as much as we used to be. And if you go to a different room, they follow you because they don't like being alone. Yeah, I mean, I can understand your frustration in that situation, IMG, but the good news is you were able to spend some time with your family, so that's a plus. All right, let's keep hitting this Mad Dog. Hit percentages were not great, but it's still the best target there on the Mad Dog. We got a lot of enemy firepower here.
Commander,
We got a lot of enemy firepower.
on my way.
All right, so let's put the Grasshopper into position here. And let's go after this Alcorn. We really should try to get this Alcorn off the map as quickly as we can. It's got a lot of firepower with those triple Gosses, so we want to get rid of this guy. There we go.
Enemy vehicle
Well,
down.
IMG, I hope you still had a good
I'm here.
holiday, even if it wasn't the most enjoyable because of the kids. All right, let's bring our Stalker in. Our Stalker is actually our heavy hitter because I didn't take a lot of firepower on this Lance. So we can attack. You know what? We're going to take care of the cicada that is our assassination target. And the logic is we might want the ability to evacuate from this map because we have a lot of enemy mechs here. And it's a lot more than I planned for. So let's try to take out the assassination target here first.
Target locked.
That will give us the ability to evacuate if we want to. This should easily take care of that cicada. No. He survived.
Scored a critical hit.
Alright. Now he's going to probably try to run. So we're going to have to take that cicada out quickly. We just have a lot of enemy firepower on this map. As you can see, we've got multiple support lances, and these aren't weapons carrier lances, these are mechs. So we've got a lot of firepower here, so we might want to
Our target is making a break.
take out the target and then run for it. Alright, let's take a risky move here with the Huntsman,
Firing jump jet.
because I want to get rid of this assassination target. Alright, it's not going to take a lot more firepower to finish him off. Let's Let's see if we can finish off this assassination target. We're probably might overheat here, but it'll be worth it if we take out the target. Alright, how did that cicada not die
Taking a critical hit.
there? That's crazy. That should have finished the cicada off. Now our huntsman's in a very risky spot here. That was definitely a gamble. It might not pay off. We may have made a mistake with our huntsman here.
Heavy damage.
We're gonna have to see. We're gonna see if the huntsman survives. See, we have a lot of enemies here, and I don't know if I have the armor or the firepower to take out all these enemies. So we might have to see if there's the ability to escape here. If there is, we might have to just complete the mission and then destroy some of the enemy mechs, but still make a run for it. Now, my guess is the evac spot is going to be in the worst possible place. Oh, a Vision Quest. A Vision Quest is a brand new mech, and there's only one of them on the whole map of BTA, if I'm not mistaken, and it just showed up. That's cool. So theoretically, if you destroy that Vision Quest, oh, there goes our huntsman. All right, that hurts. That hurts. Oh no. Alright, there goes the cicada. So the cicada's running. This is going to be an abort, I think. I don't know if we can actually catch that cicada
Just scuff my vein.
to finish off the mission here.
Ready, Commander.
Our only chance... Oh, okay. So we can push our grasshopper up and try to finish off that cicada. Okay. Let's try to finish off the cicada. Problem is our hit percent chances are lousy. The good news is... Yeah, that hurts. I'm going to die. I knew I was doing something very risky when I jumped the huntsman out there. Alright, there we go. Okay, we can actually evac. Okay. So we actually have the ability to evac now because... Wait, where's the evac zone? I thought it was someplace good. Where is the evac zone?
Just scuff my vein.
Right. Yeah, the evac zone actually is in a very good place for us. Assuming we can get down there. Yeah, we can actually evac, I think. Actually, we might not be able to because this path might not allow us to evac. Shoot.
What do you need?
All right, so at least we can withdraw, and we can get a good faith withdraw at least. So that is an option
Copy
for
that.
us. Now that we took out the assassination target, we can at least get a good faith withdrawal here. Let's see. Some of these enemies are actually pretty killable. All right, let's see. Let's go after this Thunderbolt first. Might be able to pull this mission out. We'll see. We took a lot of damage there. Let's see how much... linebacker. I mean, this is a lot of enemy firepower for a 3-skull mission. I think
What
we
do you
were
need,
misled by our employer. Our employer said this was a 3-skull mission. I disagree. This is much harder than a 3-skull mission. Let's see if we can get some kills here. We can always withdraw, so that might be the best option. We'll see.
Waiting for
I would
orders.
rather evacuate, but I don't know if we can evacuate from this map.
Right, Commander.
So we'll see what happens here. In the meantime, let's keep gutting this Thunderbolt.
Roger that.
There's some really good salvage here,
My
but
flamer is empty.
what I need to do is
Yes,
kill enough
Commander.
of these enemies that we can actually get the salvage. Alright, so let's move our Stalker back.
Location
Our Stalker is
confirmed.
really our heavy hitter here, so... Alright, let's hit... Let's use some Swarm. On this Thunderbolt.
10-4.
The cicada was a trap. Yeah, I think this was sort of a trap. Because this is a lot more enemies than we would get on a typical 3-skull mission. And there's some serious firepower that we're up against here. That was a salvo from the Mad Dog. So...
Taking a beating, Commander.
we're probably going to kill as many enemies as we can, and then we're going to do a withdrawal. So we can still get some salvage. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Lost a weapon.
Alright, Shadowcat. I'm telling you, this is a lot of firepower that they're throwing at us for a mission of this level. It's not a bad thing, actually, because we're now that we succeeded in the mission, we can actually withdraw and get some salvage. So that's probably what we're going to do here. But we want to kill some enemies first. But there's a lot of firepower on this map. I mean, if I had brought the firepower needed for this map, I think we would have been more successful. But I'm trying not to just overpower the enemy with size and tonnage. So I'm trying to balance what we take to make sure that we don't do overkill. But it's so hard to predict with this game, which is why our Grasshopper is really being beat up here. It's okay. Lesson learned. A crab. Clan. So this is like a Somala unit. At least one of these support lances is a Somala lance. And Somala is basically mech warriors that are past their prime. Alright, so what we're going to do here, as you can see, look at this Grasshopper. It's about to be totally wrecked. So we're just going to do an ejection here. I'd much rather rebuild the head than the whole mech. So that was good that we were actually able to eject there without taking too much damage. Alright, we're going to do a fighting retreat here. Try to string the enemy out and do as much damage as we can until we have to withdraw from this mission.
Attacking from position.
Let's finish off the cicada just because we can.
I think I hit something good.
See, the cicada is providing vision for all the other mechs. So
What do
we
you
want
need,
to
Commander?
get rid of the cicada, not because the cicada is a big threat, but because it's providing targeting for all the other mechs on the map. So we take out the cicada, that's going to buy us some time.
That target's having a real bad
These
day.
cicadas are way overpowered. They should be just being destroyed
Here to go.
like butter here. Alright, can we... Alright, there we go. We can get to the top of the hill and hopefully finish off the cicada here. I don't see it surviving this much
Firing
firepower.
on target.
Alright, there we go.
Give 'em everything you've got.
So what we want to do now is we want to destroy as many of the enemies as we can so we can still get some salvage, but I don't see how we're going to complete this mission successfully. So let's...
Moving at full throttle.
Now we do have the advantage of the fact that now the enemy doesn't have vision on us, so they're going to have to send one of their mechs forward to get vision. And when that happens, hopefully we can just keep beating them up until we decide to withdraw. This is kind of like an Alamo situation. We're just trying to do as much damage as we can before we withdraw from the mission. Because clearing out 2 more lances of heavy medium clan mechs is going to be very hard for us to do. So let's see what the enemy does. Are they going to come after us? Or are they going to force us to come after them? That is the big question.
What do you need, Commander?
So what we can do...
Commander?
We can move our grasshopper down and see if it can provide some vision to us.
Moving
Let's
fast.
see what happens here. Alright. I can't believe they're not being more aggressive here. They've got significant numerical advantage over us.
What do you need, Commander?
They also have better mechs than us. So they should be
On the
coming
way, nice
after
and
us
slow.
here. Let's see what they do for a round. So we're just going to keep reserving. Alright, we'll brace.
Confirmed. Holding and cooling.
Let's see if the enemy starts moving towards us. They should move. Alright, here we go. Alright. We got some movement. I'd like to be more aggressive here, but we've already taken a lot of damage. I don't want to take too much damage here, so we're going to be patient. I kind of have my grasshopper out there as bait to see if we can
Orders.
get them to come after us. So let's
Acknowledged.
see if they come after us here. Come on, guys. Are you scared of us inner sphere mercenaries? When you have 2 lances of clan technology? Alright, there's the linebacker. Okay. Alright. Alright, now we should be able to kill this linebacker. So let's do it.
What do you need, Commander?
Alright, so we're going to do a warlord. And we're going to do a precision strike. What the heck? Let's make sure we make this shot count. Alright, let's go for the leg on the linebacker. Still trying to maximize salvage. Alright, good hits there on the linebacker.
That target's having a real bad day.
I can't believe the enemy is not being aggressive here.
Good to go.
Theoretically, they should be moving up and wiping
Moving
me
to
out.
position.
They've got the firepower advantage, they have the numerical advantage.
Affirmative.
I could use a precision strike there to take out his leg, but remember, we are cosplaying that the
I'm
only
here.
mech that can do precision strikes is going to be the our Dragonfire. We're pretending that Dragonfire is our alright, so let's do Swarm all the way across the board. I want to do as much damage on this linebacker with this shot that we can. not bad. Not bad. Alright, now the problem is our grasshopper
Wow.
is
That was
providing
bad.
us vision right now, and it's probably going to get beat up. So we can kind of stay in this fight as long as the grasshopper can stay in this fight. Ooh. That's a problem.
Ow,
As I
ow,
said,
ow.
the enemy's got a lot of mechs. Too many mechs here for us to clear out. So we're going to do as much damage as we can to maximize our mech salvage, and then we're going to have to withdraw from this mission. So that's kind of our goal now.
Minor damage,
We
Commander.
succeeded in destroying our assassination target, so at least we can get a good faith effort on this mission. Oof. Alright. Our grasshopper is not going to be able to help us as long as I thought. Ouch. Alright. Man, I wish I'd brought an Atlas or two on this mission. Then we could hang in this battle a lot longer.
Yes, Commander.
Right. Fortunately, if we move up a little bit... Alright, so this is where this gets risky. Like, let's focus on that
Location
linebacker
confirmed.
first. Let's see if we can take... Oh, that's a crap. Darn it. I thought that was the linebacker. Alright. Alright, so we'll go for a... See if we can knock out this
All
crab.
weapons are go.
It's not going to last very long. Shoot, I was really hoping we could hit that linebacker. Alright, there's the Thunderbolt. At least the Thunderbolt has some clan weapons, so we might be able to get a nice kill on that Thunderbolt.
What do you
Get
need,
some
Commander?
clan salvage out of this mission.
On the way, nice and slow.
Alright, so let's... So this is our Dragonfire, so we can do a precision strike on the Grasshopper. I'm allowing myself to do that with those clan AC-20s, yeah.
Keep B10s, I'm firing everything.
Lots of firepower on these enemies, which is why we're just going to do as much damage as we can, and then we're probably going to bail from this mission. Oh, so now the linebacker comes into range. Alright, that might actually be a good thing.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so our Grasshopper... Let's see where we stand on the Grasshopper. I mean, the rest of it, except for its leg, which got blown off, is still
no.
viable.
My mech is limping.
So we can actually use our Grasshopper here. Alright, so let's put some more fire into this Thunderbolt. Would like to get a couple more kills before we evacuate.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, Stalker. Let's see if you can finish off this linebacker here. Alright, heat is an issue. Alright, there we go. Let's get a couple more kills before we evacuate. Alright, there we go.
That's a kill.
Alright, we got one part of a linebacker. Oh, it's that enemy flanking force on the
Under heavy
left
fire
is
here.
really doing the most damage to us right now. Yep. Yep.
Minimal damage, Commander.
That force is going to keep
Damage minimal.
causing us all kinds of trouble. This enemy force over here is really the headache here. Especially whatever has those missiles. But I'm hoping we can go a couple more, another round or two here get a couple more kills to increase our salvage. I'd love to get that vision quest because that's a unique mech, but I don't think we're gonna have a chance to get it.
They don't like me at
Okay,
all.
at least our Marauder didn't get knocked down there. That's good. Oh, I spoke too soon. Yep, there's knockdown on our Marauder. Oof. Alright, so the question is how much can we push this before we have to evacuate? That is becoming the question. I think we can get another kill before we have to evacuate. Alright, let's pull up the Marauder.
I still don't understand
Marauder.
why these things have legs.
Let's pull you back as far as we can
Copy that.
and still keep you in the fight. Alright, let's see if we can maybe finish off this Thunderbolt if we get very lucky. Alright,
Inflicted
there's some
heavy
damage on that Thunderbolt. I'd be happy if we take out that Thunderbolt. Of course, it's moving away from our vision. I was going to say, if we could take out that Thunderbolt, I would feel
Yikes!
that we can
That
evac.
hit hard.
What do you need, Commander?
Alright, let's pull back the Dragonfire.
On the way, nice and slow.
We can do Precision Strike on the Crab. Let's just go center torso. I don't care about salvage on the Crab at all. Let's go center torso. See if we can push through and kill that Crab. Almost.
That target's having a real bad day.
So they're using the Crab to keep vision on us for all the other
Commander?
enemies here. So, all right. So let's keep the Grasshopper in for one more round. This is risky, but let's do a Precision Strike here, center torso on the Crab.
Tell me what to shoot.
There we go. All right. So now the enemy on the top.
Mess them up.
Your IMG says pushing your luck right now, I think. Of course, it's been bad luck, really. Yeah, basically,
Reading you.
the enemy's firepower on this map is really, really high for a 3-skull mission. So, yeah, we're pushing our luck a little bit. I understand. I think we're okay for a couple more rounds. I just want to make this mission worth all the repairs that we're going to have to do. So, risk and reward here. Risk and reward. Alright, there's a vision quest. Alright. There's that Mad Dog. I'd love to get pieces of a Mad Dog, but I don't think that's going to happen. So again, they're using the vision quest here to give vision to the rest of the enemy force. Alright, so let's keep slowly working our Marauder back
Move order received.
and still keeping it in the fight. Right, nice shots on that vision quest. They're not being aggressive at all here. They really should. If they were storming me from both directions, this would be over really quickly.
What do you need, Commander?
Right, Dragonfire.
On the way, nice and slow.
Our Dragonfire can do precision strikes. I hate to kill this vision quest outright. But maybe we can. I think we have to take whatever salvage we can get here. So let's go center torso. Nice hits there. Alright, the grasshoppers are weak link here. It's all about how long that grasshopper can
I'm
survive.
taking a pounding, Commander.
Because it's
Waiting for
giving
orders.
vision to the rest of our lance. I can't move the grasshopper because the grasshopper is in cover right now, which is helping to keep it alive.
Affirmative.
Put all of our weapons into this vision quest. Alright, that'll help. We took out some of its ammo.
I'm
All
here.
right, now we should be able to actually kill this vision quest right now.
Order received.
Alright, so... let's put everything we have into maybe finishing off this vision quest.
Copy that.
Let's see. Alright, there we go. There goes the vision quest.
Destroy.
Theoretically, that's supposed to be the only vision quest on the map because it's an extremely rare mech. So we'll see if we see it again. Alright, but you know, at least we're getting some kills here. The more kills we get, the better our chances of a successful mission instead of a good faith effort. So,
I'm here.
alright, that's all positives. Alright, let's see. Let's move up the Marauder just a little bit. Come on. Alright, here comes the Thunderbolt. See, they have to move someone up to give vision. So that's why they move the Thunderbolt up. So that's why in these situations, you can actually game it to where the enemy
need,
will
Commander?
attack you one at a time. And you can actually get a lot of kills this way. So let's do a precision strike. You know, I just want to get as many kills as we can at this point. Let's actually do a Warlord here. Increase our firepower, increase our accuracy, and let's just go center torso.
Heat be damned, I'm firing everything.
Alright, there we go. There's another kill.
That's one more bad guy off the board.
Alright, so actually we're only 5 mech kills away, I think, from completing this mission.
Good to go.
Alright, let's actually start moving our grasshopper to some protection. This is risky.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, let's see what happens now. The enemy's gonna have to move another mech down to get vision on us. Oh, there's a vehicle over there. So that's probably where all that missile fire is coming from, is that vehicle. That would be my guess. Alright, are they going to move anything else down to get vision on us? That's the question. Or are they happy just to leave us alone at this point? I'd like them to move that Mad Dog.
What do you need, Commander?
If they move the Mad Dog down, we maybe could get some Mad Dog parts.
Waiting for orders.
Right, we're going to keep slowly moving our grasshopper back. Hopefully we can get the grasshopper
What do you need,
to cover.
Commander?
We'll just keep reserving. Let's see if the enemy moves towards us here.
What do you need, Commander?
Alright, we're going to give this like 1 or 2 more rounds,
All right, I'll
and then
sit
we're going
right
to
here.
take our salvage and run. If they don't move the Mad Dog up, which is what I would like to get salvage on, then we might just have to call this a day. But the good news is I think we got some good kills at the end, so we might actually end up with a... Ooh, alright, we got a 70-tonner? We got a 70-tonner coming up the back door. Now the question is...
Good to go.
I don't think we can evacuate here, because I don't think we can get down to the evac zone. can actually get some. All right, this is a little risky here. Let's get a vision on that 70-ton mech. Oh, it's a Warhammer. It's a Warhammer C, a clan Warhammer. I know what I said about not using precision strikes, but you know, I think the enemy cheated enough that I'm going to use precision strikes. Let's see if we can get a quick kill on this Warhammer. And we'll also see if we can actually evac here. Right. Here's the problem. That enemy vehicle just got vision on us, so that was where this became a risky move.
What do you need, Commander?
Alright, let's see if we can sprint our Dragonfire. Nope, we can't get a shot with our Dragonfire here. So we're gonna brace.
Commander?
Let's move our Grasshopper that way
Got
too.
Yes, Commander.
We're gonna take any kills we can get right now. So let's go ahead and see if we can get a cheap kill. I know what I said, but I really want it. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to gameplay the fact that we, in the future update on this mission, this mod, we're not going to be able to do precision strike on every mech that we have. So I was trying to gameplay that, but that was before the enemy sent a whole bunch of heavy mechs our way. All right, so there's another kill.
Target down.
All right, so I think we can get. The question is can we evacuate? That's the challenge. I don't know if we can evacuate here because the map. You know what? I think we can actually evacuate. We could try to evacuate.
Ready for orders.
That would be interesting. So let's try that. Let's try to evac here. We put so much into this mission. I would love to have a successful mission here. So let's see if we can evacuate. I think we can.
What do you need, Commander?
Alright, so let's take our salvage and run.
Time to
How
pour
about
on
we
the
do
speed.
that? I think that would be a good decision here.
Good to go.
Our Grasshopper will take forever to evac here, so we're just going to go for an ejection.
Punching out.
I'm here.
And let's head for the evac zone. I think we've done enough damage here that we can actually get a successful mission here, especially if we can evac. So I think we turned a victory into possible defeat into a victory again by sticking with this battle.
Moving out.
I could have withdrawn earlier, but now we're
On the way,
going to
nice
go
and
for
slow.
an evac here, and we're actually going to get a
Order.
successful
Got it.
mission out of this. We're going to have some repairs, but we should actually get some good salvage. Hopefully our two pilots that ejected or that got destroyed, hopefully we didn't lose a pilot. That's my biggest fear. But hey, if we can evac here, this is going to be a pretty nice win for us, actually.
On the way, nice and slow.
We're going to have some repairs to do, don't get me wrong, but we're taking victory from the jaws of defeat. Because we got our butt whipped pretty early there. But then again, they sent 3 medium to heavy lances after us. Which, really, this mission was probably closer to a 4.5 skull. Alright, the enemy doesn't want to let us escape. They're coming after us. Where are they? Where are they?
Ready
Right,
for
I don't
orders.
think they can stop us from escaping. All right, let's get out of Dodge. Let's get out of Dodge. This is a good example of how you don't want to
What do you need,
withdraw unless you absolutely feel you have no choice. So my instinct was to withdraw, but I said, no, let's play this out a little bit and see what happens.
Reading you.
And we're actually going to get a fair amount of mech salvage, and we're going to get a successful mission. Assuming the enemy doesn't surprise us here. But I think the enemy's too far away that we're going to be alright. I can't believe we got that last kill on that Warhammer so easily.
Double time.
We
Let's
might
go.
actually get some good mech parts out of clan mech weapons out of this mission.
What do you need, Commander?
And sometimes, all right, what do we got here?
Time to pour on the speed.
I'll bet you this is that vehicle. Let's see. Oh, it's a Shadow Cat. All right. All right, let's do a Battle Lord here. Precision strike. And this is our Dragonfire, so I can legitimately do precision strikes here. We can't go for the head because that's not going to do us anything. But we can go for the leg on the Shadowhawk. So
Heat
let's
beat
do
down,
that.
firing everything.
We might as well get a little more salvage on the way out the door.
Well, it looks like a mech tech needs to get fired because
I'm here.
All right, our Stalker is a real heavy hitter here.
Move order received.
I wish we had a tag on this Shadowhawk. See, our hit percentages are lousy, but guess what? We've got a lot of missiles.
10-4.
left. No point in going back to the Argo with a whole bunch of missiles in our mechs. Am I right? That Shadowhawk is really handling this pounding pretty good. I don't remember the Shadowhawk being this robust. Usually they had really thin armor. A Shadowcat is really a scout and a sniper. It's not the type of mech that they want to go at us. Oh, man. Alright.
Good to go.
Alright, I'm not going to risk the Marauder here. So we're going to get the Marauder to the
Alright,
evac
full
zone.
speed.
And we'll actually use a Vigilance here.
what do you need,
We're gonna
Commander?
push up with the Dragonfire.
On the way, nice and slow.
This could be a trap. See, this Shadowhawk is providing vision for this vehicle now. So that vehicle is going to be able to hit us. But I think this is going to be worth it here. So let's hit the
Taking a shot,
Shadowhawk.
Commander.
And our Dragonfire does have full armor, so we can probably take a couple
Reading you.
rounds of fire here. And if we can take this Shadowhawk out, yeah, we're going to use Precision Strike. I know what I said. I don't care. I want to kill this Shadowcat just out of principle.
Fire all weapons.
I want to make them pay for this ambush. Alright, nice hits on the Shadowcat.
Reporting critical hit.
That's not enough to kill it, so the Shadowcat and that vehicle are still going to be able to shoot at us here. Here comes the fire from the vehicle, I think. There we go. Alright. And they keep missing the Dragonfire. Which means we can definitely stay in this fight long enough to take out that Shadowcat. Right, that's the... Ooh. Alright, so that was the Mad Dog.
The armor's all gone and they're hitting the insides, Commander.
Alright, that was the Mad Dog. Alright, so we're going to get it a little risky here. Let's push up our Marauder.
Roger.
I want to finish off this Shadowcat. If we can do that, then we're just going to run for it. Okay, nice hits on the Shadowcat there. Oh, the Shadowcat's pushing forward.
They've got a lock on me.
That actually helps us because now we can
What do you need, Commander?
still engage with the Dragonfire and probably stay out of the range of that Mad Dog. So the Shadowhawk actually helped us there. But it's hit. Alright, let's do Precision Strike. Our hit percent chances are lousy here. Hopefully we can hit the leg on the Shadowhawk.
Taking the shot, Commander.
Alright, there we go. We hit the leg. Very nice. That'll kill the
That
evasion of
target's
the
having a real
Shadowcat.
bad day.
As you can see, we took away all the evasion, as you would expect when it hits the ground. Oh, here comes the vehicle. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Critical hit.
Our Marauder is in bad
Yes,
shape
Commander.
here. Alright, but here's the thing.
Order acknowledged.
The enemy is getting its vision from that Shadowcat right now. So if I take that Shadowcat out, which we're about to do, let's not game it. Let's just go for the center torso.
Target 4, Alpha
I
Structure.
just want to get a couple pieces off that Shadowcat. There we go.
Enemy eliminated.
All right, we got one part out of the Shadowcat. Hopefully, we got some weapons as well. What? That vehicle should not be able to shoot at us because
I'm taking
it
internal
shouldn't
damage.
have vision. It should not have vision.
Let's hit him hard.
All right.
Yes, Commander.
All right. All right, Marauder, you're going to go to the far side of the evac zone.
Move into position.
Hopefully that will take you out of range of those enemy vehicles. Yes.
What do you need, Commander?
Harmony, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to get to the far side of the evac zone.
I'm
And
here.
Stalker, you are going to run like there's no tomorrow. We need one more round to
Alright,
get the
let's
Stalker to the evac zone. But I think we're out of range of the enemy here. Let's see. Yep. Alright, I think we're going
I'm
to
here.
pull this off. Reserve.
What do you need, Commander?
Alright, both of these are going to reserve.
What do you need?
What do you need, Commander?
Alright, and our Stalker is in the evac zone.
Double time. Let's go.
Yes! Thank you for sticking with us there, guys. That was a heck of a mission.
Mission successful.
I can't believe we got a successful mission out of that one. That was... I thought that was going to be a withdrawal. 10 minutes into the mission, I said, we're going to have to withdraw. But we stuck it out. Pulled out a victory there. Thank you for sticking with us there, guys. This is going to be a lot of repairs, but it's probably going to be worth it. So, Grasshopper needs repairs. Marauder needs repairs. Dragonfire needs repair. Grasshopper needs repair. Stalker does not need repair. Adder needs repair, and the Huntsman needs repairs. So, Yeah, that was expensive. But, let's see. What can we get out of it? Look at all this nice clan. Ooh, alright, so we've got... Should we go for components here, or should we go for mech parts? It's always a tough choice. Linebacker, Shadowhawk, Thunderbolt, Vision Quest. I'm not loving any of these mechs. I do like the linebacker. I'll take the linebacker part. Other than that, I think we're going for weapons here. So, Gauss rifles, yes, please. We'll take those Gauss rifles. LBX AC-20, no. Medium pulses. Ultra AC-20, yes, please. We'll be taking that. All right. XL Engine Clan, yes, please. You know what? We're going to take the Ultra AC-20 ammo because that's probably going to be hard for us to find. Even though it's not worth a lot, even though this is not worth a lot, it's very rare to find. So we're going to take all those mech parts. Okay, we also got a Cicada, Crab, Linebacker, Shadowcat, and Vision Quest part. We also got some Clan AMS. We also got the ATMs. This was a very nice salvage mission for Clan Tech. So I'm actually pretty happy. More importantly, IMG, we got victory from defeat. Yep, there you go, IMG. Great minds think alike. We have to take the ammo because it's hard to find. That means we can put that Ultra AC-20 onto a mech right now. So that was a good decision. We're going to have a lot of mech repairs. But, you know, when you go into a fight with the clans, you're gonna have, it's like very expensive. You're gonna have lots of repairs to make, but the payoffs in clan technology are worth it. All right, Dragonfire, 1 day to repair, not too bad. All right, Grasshopper. Ooh, all right, so this Grasshopper just lost the leg and the head. And let's see, we lost reloaded rocket launchers. Not that big of a deal. We should have a replacement. Reloading. Not very helpful. Alright, we can do a Streak SRM-4. No, we can't because we don't have the space for the ammo. That won't work. Alright, so let's just do a rocket launcher 10. And this mech is always going to be under-tonned, unfortunately. Alright, it'll take us 3 days to put that Grasshopper together. Not that big of a deal.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
Alright, the H here has a lot of damage. Alright, luckily the engine compartment is okay. So actually, not that bad. Not that bad. I can kind of live with that. Alright. So let's do the double heat sinks. Put that in there. We've got the armored cowl. We've got a large pulse that we lost. We can actually improve the weapons on this sucker while we're at it. Let's get some clan. Oh yeah, you had a good point there. We can upgrade the medium to medium pulse on the grasshopper. I should have done that. I'll do that next time we modify that Mac. Alright, so we lost a large pulse. Alright, so we'll just slap another large pulse in there. And another double heat sink. And not too bad. We'll be relatively cheap repairs here. It's all about not losing the engine.
Log and note.
When you lose the engines, that's where it becomes a problem. Alright, let's rebuild our Marauder here. Again, we didn't lose the engine here, so all of this stuff is replaceable. Alright. We don't have an ERPPC clan, so that's going to not help us here. So we're going to lose a little firepower here, probably, or ammo. Or armor. Alright. Double heat sink. Medium laser. Is the medium laser worth it here? Probably not. So we're going to just take off the medium laser. Okay, 4 days. Not too bad. Not too bad. You're right about IMG. You're right about the medium lasers being an option for us. I should have done that. All right, let's see what we can do on the Huntsman here. How badly damaged was it? Ouch. All right, so the good news is we get the engine for free. That's one good thing about Clan Mechs is... but the problem is we lost our heatsink kit. And I don't think we'd have to go for an inner sphere heatsink kit. Which we're going to have to deal with. We lost a lot of weapons here. Alright, so let's start putting this sucker back together. Alright, luckily we have a light clan tag. And we've got some flamers. So let's put those flamers back on. We had an AMS on this sucker. Do I want AMS? I want to get rid of these A-pods. They really don't do that much for us. We're going to get rid of those A-pods. That'll give us some extra tonnage. So that's good. Do I want AMS on this sucker? Probably do. Probably do. We're going to have to go for Inner Sphere AMS instead of Clan AMS. So that is a bummer. Let's make sure we get the ammo for the AMS. Slap it in there. Now this is costing us tonnage. Wow, that was lucky. Clan XLs are super expensive. Yes, we were very lucky that we didn't lose the engine here. Alright. Alright, so let's try to rebuild this thing as much as we can here. Let's try to keep it as close to stock as we can. Alright, so we can do some Clan SRM-6. And another Clan SRM-6. I didn't like the LRMs on this, so let's take out the LRMs. We can also take out the Artemis. Alright, that'll give us some more tonnage to play with. We need some SRM ammo. So let's do that. Alright, let's go with critical increase critical damage on these streaks. And alright, what else can we do to maximize firepower here? Alright, we have heavy small lasers. Let's do that. Okay, too many weapons mounted on the torso. Alright, do we have any more weapon slots available? Yes, we do, right over here. So let's put in the heavy small laser there. Alright, so we still need some heat sinks. That is the challenge here. So let's put in some heat sinks. We have to use inner sphere heat sinks because we don't have a clan heat sink kit. So let's put that in there, put that in there. We're going to max armor. Right, I'm going to die. I think that's a pretty good rebuild here, given what we have to work with. Not sure what else we can put on this sucker. 1 of 1, 2 of 2. Seeing if there's any weapon slots we have not used yet. 1 of 1, 2 of 2. Yeah, that's pretty much everything we can do on this huntsman. So it's going to take us 4 days. Wait. We got an alert here.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
You can't... Cylon Raider 666, thanks for joining us. You can't believe this game is still up and running. Are you kidding me, Cylon Raider? Battletech has new leases on life because it has mods. And these mods make this game playable forever. I'm a little biased. Yeah, we're going to have to go back into the Huntsman again after we complete the repairs. I did see a couple things we have to do after the fact. Alright, so let's get... Alright. So we don't want to languish too long here, so let's just do a couple days of repairs. I want the Dragonfire, the Grasshopper, and the Marauder back. And then I think we can let everything else repair over time. Alright. Alright, let's go into fix the leg armor. Oh, the Huntsman's still repairing. 3 more days. I don't want to wait for the Huntsman. This adder I was going to look at. Let me look at that real quickly. I think the adder is... Yeah, this thing is dusted. Let's see what we can repair. Right, we still want to do the repairs because this allows us to salvage this XL engine to use on another mech. So let's go ahead and do the repairs. I'm not going to rebuild this mech, but we're just doing the repairs so we can get as much out of it as we can before we scrap it. Alright, so there's that. Alright, we have enough mechs for another mission, so let's get into another mission here. We can only do so much. Let's do this base defense mission. Base defense missions are great for salvage. So Cyclone Raider, we're playing a mod for Battletech Advanced. Called Battletech Advanced, I should say. This makes Battletech a whole new game. So, all right, we're going to maximize our firepower here. So we're going to take our Atlas. We're going to take the Marauder. We're going to take the Dragonfire. We're going to take the Mackie. This is a defend the base mission. So firepower is definitely a positive over anything else. All right, let's see. That being said, what do we want to take? Do I want to take 2 Atlases? That feels kind of overkill. No, we're not going to take 2 Atlases. We'll take the Lao Hu, which we haven't used for a while. And we'll take the Crab. The Crab can be a good sensor locker here. So we'll take the Crab, the Lao Hu, the Stalker, Atlas, Marauder, Dragonfire, Mackie. Alright, we need to replace Mockingbird with, we'll take Floppy. And let's deploy. Alright, the Stalker does have room for another ton of ammo. I wish I would have put that in, but we're not going to wait for that. Alright, so this is a base defense mission. So we don't have to worry about speed for the most part for our mechs. It's all about firepower. So that's why I took the Mackie, which is our artillery, and the Stalker, which is our missile boat. We should get a fair amount of salvage from this mission. I want to remind everybody, we'd love to have everybody talk in the chat. And we also have a Funko Pop giveaway. So if you give us a follow, you'll be entered in for a chance to win a Funko Pop. We give it away each and every month. You tell us the Funko Pop you want. If it's available on Amazon for less than $20, it is yours. You can also say something vague. Like you can either tell us, hey, I would like Funko Pop 163. And if it's available on Amazon for $20 or less, we will get you that Funko Pop. Or you could just say, hey, I like the Mandalorian. Can I get a Mandalorian Funko Pop? And I will pick out something from the Mandalorian show and send it to you. So, completely free, and the more involved you are with our channel, the more chances you have to win. Alright, so this is the Defend the Base mission. This should be pretty easy. It's 2.5 skulls. We've got a ton of firepower here. Alright, so let's look at the map. Alright. So this map... Alright. So the edge of the map is here. This should be a pretty easy to defend base. Alright, so let's get our mechs in a 360-degree circle around the base and get ready for incoming.
On the way, nice and slow.
Alright, our Mackie is our fire support, so we're going to keep it close to the base.
Got it.
The Stalker is also our fire support, so we'll keep it close to the base.
Coordinates received.
And then we'll spread everybody else around the base.
Confirmed.
And we should be good.
Heading out.
Alright, we also have turret support on this mission. So in between the turrets and the fact that we brought a lot of firepower, this should be all about salvage. This is a salvage mission. I don't care. They may have told us our mission was to defend this base, but we want salvage here. Alright, here comes our allies. We got a Clint, a Firestarter, and a Vulcan. Alright, so we have our turrets for fire support as well. This could easily become a turkey shoot. Alright, so let's space out our mechs a little better here. Make sure we have
On my
mechs
way.
on all four corners. And
All right, I'll sit right here.
have our artillery
Coordinates received.
exactly in the middle near the
Rolling.
end of the base. And let's
Roger.
wait for the
Sending
enemy.
heat and stabilizing.
Let's push out the crab a little bit, see if we can find the enemy. We don't have a lot of light mechs for scouting here, so this is all going to be about waiting for the enemy to come to us and then curb stomping them as quickly as possible. Hopefully the AI that is controlling our allies here will send them out to do a little scouting. Alright, we might as well brace. Let's just brace.
All right, I'll sit right here.
Wait for the enemy to come to us. Cylon, I don't know if you're still in the stream, but you mentioned surprised that BattleTech is still
They're heading your way.
playing. I mean, BattleTech is an incredibly replayable game, especially with mods that are still updated every couple of weeks.
done?
All right, so let's push our grasshopper up, or sorry, our crab up, to get vision on these enemies.
Locking in coordinates.
All right, we got a sizable enemy force coming in here. So we got a Oro, a Vision Quest. Hey, they said Vision Quests were one of a kind, and here's another Vision Quest. Summoner, this is very nice salvage. Oro tank and a Phantom. All right, so what is the biggest threat here is definitely the Summoner. So let's get a tag on that Summoner. Okay. Very nice. We've got a lot of firepower on tap to take these enemy mechs out. So this feels like a turkey shoot. Hopefully, we're going to get some really good salvage out of this mission. This is a very defendable base. We've got turrets for support, and we've got allies, and we've got a lot of firepower. So I'm hoping we're going to get some good salvage here.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, doesn't look like there's action on this side of the base, so, you know what, we'll leave the Marauder there. We have plenty of firepower.
Hold it.
I know the enemy's gonna come up the backside, because they
What do you
always
need, Commander?
Alright, our Dragonfire. Alright, Dragonfire.
On the way, nice and slow.
You are our Precision Strike Master. And we've got low heat, so let's go after one of the legs of the Summoner here. Nice hits there on the Summoner's leg.
That target's having a real bad day.
That's a good start. Oh, we got an Awestruck. Like I said, there was going to be more enemies coming in. There we go. There's another enemy lance. So we're going to have plenty of enemies coming our way here.
Standing by.
Alright. Alright, we're going to keep... probably going to keep shooting at that Summoner. Or we can hit the Vision Quest. Let's hit the Vision Quest.
Locking on target.
Nice hit on the Vision Quest there. Let's get some salvage. We got lots of enemies coming in. This might be a situation where this gets a little hairy just because of the total number of enemies that are coming at us. We got 2 stars coming at us. Now, theoretically, we should have plenty of firepower to take on 2 stars. Assuming we can consistently get kills. What we want to do in any of these battles is we want to take out 1 enemy each round. That's how the math works out. If we're not getting rid of an enemy each round, then this mission could get dicey. Alright, luckily our allies are taking the worst of it so far. One of the negatives of these defend the base missions is sometimes they can run a little slow if there's lots of enemy targets, because each one has to think and then make their move. There's the Phantom. The Phantom is actually a really good scout mech. I would like to put it together. I think we have a couple parts of a Phantom. Now it's a light mech, so you don't necessarily want to prioritize it for salvage, but they're common enough that hopefully we can get a couple parts just from osmosis here. Alright, let's push our Atlas down.
Moving, Commander.
Now that we know where the primary threat is. And yeah, we're going to keep going for the summoner here. Let's do a Warlord to make the most of these shots. See if we can take out the leg on the summoner here. That would be lucky. Maybe our missiles will hit the leg enough to take out the leg. Nope. No luck there.
Dealt a heavy hit there.
At least we got another tag on him. Alright, Summoner's going to press up even though it's got severe damage already. That surprises me a little bit. Alright, our allies are taking a beating, especially that Vulcan.
Commander?
Alright, Stalker. Alright, this is our missile boat. So let's make the most of every shot on our missile boat here. Alright, we're going to do... I don't want to use missiles on the summoner because I want to try to take it apart. So let's do follow the leader missile shots on that heavy tank. Vehicles are great targets for missile boats because they don't have as much evasion. Solid hits there on the Oro.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Alright, now we have our Mackie. Our Mackie is our artillery. So, we want to get the most bang for our buck here. Alright, so let's go for Fast Cam and Inferno on the Summoner.
Take this.
Right, not bad, not bad.
Want some more? Huh?
And we've got some
Last, I see.
artillery. We have some ASCAM. Minefields. FastCam is particularly valuable in defense missions because we don't have to worry about advancing against these enemies because we are defending. So we can put minefields pretty much everywhere and it'll do good damage. Let's go ahead and do melee on this Phantom because it's highly evasive.
Roger. You wanna go?
Go for a kick.
Let's go.
And then we'll use all of our weapons on it at close range. Good hits on that Phantom. Now that Phantom also lost its evasion because it got hit by melee. So sometimes melee is not always about doing damage, it's about taking away an enemy's evasion. So now that we took away the evasion from that Phantom, the AI can really pick it apart if they choose to do so. So sometimes melee is about doing damage, sometimes it's about taking away the enemy's evasion, so one of your other mechs can do more damage. That's a good way to think about it.
What do you need?
Alright, it doesn't look like we're gonna have enemies coming from the other direction right now, so let's reposition our Marauder. He was guarding the back door, but let's put him towards the front. If anybody has any questions, suggestions, any ideas about Battletech that you want to talk about, or if you just want to tell us how you spent your Thanksgiving, or any other topic other than politics, is fair game here. So please jump into the chat room, even if you just want to say hi. We're happy to have people in the chat room. Don't worry, our chat room is very friendly. No one's going to bite you in the chat room, so please stop in and say hello. Right, our allies are getting a pounding here, but that's fine. Better them than us. Ooh, alright, now we're losing some turrets. Again, I'd rather they hit the turrets than our mechs any day of the week. So that's fine with me. Let's see what our allies can do here. Alright, good hits on that Phantom actually. That Phantom's about to pop. So that's good for us. That's good salvage. Oh, we have a Night Gear. Night Gears are very nasty. Ooh, it's a dual Gauss Night Gear. Ooh, I love the dual Gauss Night Gear, so that is
what do you need, Commander?
We definitely have to keep an eye on. But first,
on the way, nice and slow.
I want to keep working on this summoner here. He's already close to being done. Let's do a precision strike.
Keep me damned, I'm firing everything.
Good hits on the summoner.
That target's having a
knockdown. Still got 3 health, even though he's taken a beating. So that's actually a really good pilot in the summoner. It's always good to keep in mind. Ooh, another summoner. Ouch. Our ally just got beat up pretty good there. There is a lot of firepower on this map. A lot of firepower.
What's up, boss? Move order received.
We've got a pretty serious battle we're up against here. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Alright, so we got the Phantom. We've got a heavy tank. We've got the Summoner here. You know what? Let's just go ahead and finish off the Summoner.
On it.
We got a lot of enemies on the field, so we need to just take a few out while we can.
One less target.
Ready, Commander.
Alright, let's push up our Atlas.
Moving, Commander.
Alright. Atlas, what are we gonna do? Everything tells me to go after this Oro heavy tank, so let's do that. Not exactly the sexiest shot target for our Atlas, but we're just trying to take enemies off the field as quickly as possible. So, good amount of damage on that heavy tank.
Standing by.
Alright, here's our missile boat.
I'm there.
Alright, let's do some more follow the leader on this heavy tank.
Firing.
Finally got into the structure on that heavy
That did
tank.
something good.
And took it out. Nice.
What can I do for you?
Alright, our Mackie is our fire support.
On my way.
And we got a lot of enemies coming here on the left. So what we actually can do here is let's put some heat and landmines on this knight here to slow it down a little
Everything
bit.
I've got.
Try to use some of our indirect firepower to keep some of the slow down one group of enemies so we can finish off the first group of enemies.
What's up, boss?
Alright, let's go in for melee on this Phantom. This should probably finish off this Phantom. Let's see. Alright, there goes its leg. We should finish it off here.
Reporting critical hit.
Yep, there goes the Phantom. Good.
Target neutralized.
Heavy hits on that Vulcan. Allies are definitely taking a pounding here. Alright, let's push up our Marauder. Looks like the enemy's definitely coming from that side. I don't see any activity on the other side of the base. Alright, so let's start. Alright, let's actually work on this heavy tank. We're already halfway through its armor. There we go. Vehicle destroyed.
Reporting.
It's not always about taking out mechs. It's about taking enemies off the field. I'll keep saying it and saying it and saying it because it's absolutely true. There's the vision quest. Got a Gauss rifle.
What do you need, Commander?
Alright, we got our Dragonfire. This is our sniper. So we gotta make the most
On the
of this
way,
shot.
nice and slow.
Alright, the biggest threat here, I would argue, is the night gear. But is the hit percentages? Yeah. So the hit percentages here tell me that we're doing a precision strike on the vision quest here.
Ooh, is it time to press the Alpha Strike button? I love the Alpha Strike button.
Nice hits on the vision quest. Oh, IMG, I'm sorry your MRI got rescheduled. Ouch, there goes a turret. It's one of the sucky things about
Heading out.
healthcare in America is it's kind of expenses first and well-being of the patient
Roger that.
second. So basically what it sounds like to me, and I'm in the insurance field, not health insurance, but I do other
Target's taking a
insurance,
critical hit.
is they don't want to spend the money on the MRI until they're absolutely sure it's necessary. So it's probably gone to a second party to approve. That's probably what the delay is. Insurance is a very complex business. It's very hard to make money with insurance, so sometimes that's why insurance people might sound cheap,
Moving, Commander.
but sometimes it's just because they spend a lot of money anytime you get hurt, especially with healthcare. It's very hard for an individual healthcare provider to make a lot of money. So sometimes that's what it comes down to. Let's see if we can finish off this vision quest with our Atlas here. Yeah, I mean, that's probably what it is. I'm going to die. They're trying to see if they can get a diagnosis without spending the money on the MRI. Because an MRI costs if I'm not mistaken, and this is old information, but I think an MRI costs the healthcare provider like $10,000. Not 10, sorry, $5,000 on average. All right, so we got the Royal Awestruck, we have the Summoner. I want to try to take the other mechs apart. So let's see if we could just kill the Awestruck here with some Swarm. And we'll get some splash damage on the other mechs here. I just want to see if we can kill the Awestruck. Awestrucks don't have a lot of armor. Nope, not enough.
Scored a critical hit.
Not enough in the center torso on that salvo.
I hear ya.
Alright, let's use our artillery again.
No sweat.
Alright, the biggest threat here is still the night gear, so let's attack the night gear with sniper artillery, fast cam, and suppressant.
All weapons are go.
That really increased the heat on that night gear. The combination of Inferno plus suppressant, which reduces the efficiency of the heat sinks, is a very deadly combination. Alright, let's use our
Full
crab.
speed, no target.
Try to get around the rear of these enemy mechs. We'll hit the summoner along the way.
Changing target.
More damage on the summoner than target there. Yep. That's a good plan. I'm trying to get... It'd be nice to get a mech out of this mission. There's some really good mechs here. I like the night gear with the dual Gauss. I also like the summoner. All of these mechs would be very nice for us to add to our collection.
Commander.
Alright, Marauder.
Position
Like I said,
confirmed.
this mission is really becoming a turkey shoot here. Let's see if we can just finish off the Awestruck here, maybe. Not quite. It's funny, when I use an Awestruck, it always seems to get destroyed super easy, but when the AI uses it, it's actually a better mech for the AI than it ever is for us. Alright, the night gear is pulling back because it's overheated. Oh no! It was repositioning, and now it is shut down. Alright, so the night
What do
gear
you need,
being
Commander?
shut down, combined with us having our Dragonfire...
On the way, nice and slow.
This is a unique opportunity for us to get a almost fully complete night gear if we can hit the head. So let's see if we can get lucky here.
Heat be damned, I'm firing
That looked
everything.
like a head strike to me. Alright, head injury. Okay. So we got one head injury, and the night gear's head armor is should almost be gone. Alright, they don't want to target me at all. They keep going after the ally here.
Receiving you.
Alright, so Lao Hu, let's move you
On my
over.
way.
Because again, that night gear is shut down, which means we can go for headshots. And as you can see, there's almost no armor here. So if one single missile hits this head, for example, we can get a complete night gear. Let's see.
Target confirmed.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. We should get 5 parts. We should get 5 parts.
Hostile removed.
Yes, 5 salvageable
Flamer is
parts on
empty.
that night gear. Very nice.
Ready, Commander.
Very, 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 very nice.
Moving, Commander.
We're playing with the house's money now. Alright, Ultra Cannon. Alright, we're dealing with a lot of heat here. Alright, let's see if we can finish off this Awestruck here. I can't believe we got a headshot on that night gear.
Commander.
That is huge. Alright, we're going to keep hitting this Awestruck because I want to maximize salvage on that summoner. So, alright, heat is an issue.
Run. Target
This
confirmed.
should be enough to finish off that Should be. No. That Awestruck
That's
is
that
hanging
good.
in there like nobody's business.
What can I do for you?
Alright, Mackie.
Moving out.
Alright, let's do a sniper shot with Inferno, fast cam, and suppressant on the summoner. Really trying to overheat it. Again, maybe we'll get shut down and we can get another headshot on that summoner. Let's see what happens.
Ready for orders.
Alright, our crab. Alright, let's do a backstab on the awestruck.
Aye, aye.
Let's see if we can finish this guy off. I'm really tired of this guy.
That's right. I'm on your day.
No! Is this an awestruck or an atlas? That is crazy how much damage it's taken. Maybe our AIs can finish off the awestruck here. Nope. Yep, there you go. We ejected. Alright, we got 5 parts of an awestruck. I'm not excited about that. It is a royal awestruck, so it is better than a regular awestruck, but it's still not very exciting. Alright, only thing left on our scanners is this summoner. I don't want our allies to kill him. What I really want is to overheat this guy. That's the best case scenario so we can do headshots again.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, Marauder.
Moving out.
Alright, let's put you in a good position to maybe hit the legs. That would be a best case scenario here. Or get knocked down, that works too. Nice. So now that he's going to be on the ground, we're going to have all the shots at the head that we want.
What do you need, Commander?
Including with our Dragonfire.
On the way, nice and slow.
Which is our sniper. So let's do Battle Lord here. We're going to do Precision Strike. I'm using every cheap trick in the book here. And we still only get a 10% chance of hitting the head. Let's see if we can get lucky.
Firing everything.
Nope, we took out the engine.
That's one more bad guy off the board.
Alright, there we go. Mission successful.
Mission successful.
Dun 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 dun. Alright, that was a successful mission. Great mission. As you can see, I don't think we even took any damage. Nope. No. Are you kidding me? Oh, alright. The Atlas took 1 hit. Other than that, we took no damage on this mission. Crazy. It's one of the reasons I like defend the base missions here. Alright, so we only have 3 parts we can grab. So I don't think we're going to put this night gear together unless we get incredibly lucky. Let's see. Night gear, night gear, night gear. Phantom. Vision Quest. And a whole bunch of clan salvage. So, not bad. Not bad at all. I don't think we got anything we can put together. We'll check before we end the stream. But I do not think so. Alright, let's check out the mech bay. Alright, we don't have any damage we want to repair, but let's see if there's anything we can build. Alright, I knew knew we had that Mackie. That's nothing new. Nope, nothing new we can build. But we got some good salvage on this stream. So I want to thank everybody for joining us. We'll be back again later on tomorrow. Later on today, we might be playing some additional streams. I'm not sure what time. It's going to it's going to depend on my availability. So we'll see what happens there. We also have the fact that I will be back tomorrow, as I am every day at 9 a.m. Eastern Time to play some more BattleTech Advanced. So if you see me before then, it's a bonus. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Want to say goodbye to all of our friends in the chat, especially IMG. And we'll see you next